50 years ago, a movement of hope was started. A movement to create opportunities for individuals and families to achieve their hopes and dreams. A movement that has resulted in thousands of lives changed for the better, with not only a long-standing support system, but also the tools, resources, and empowerment the residents of our region need to achieve self-sufficiency.
It was a little storefront on the corner of 8th and Brighton, started by a priest, Bill Newrock, who was in the West End of Newport. He had a couple of nuns who were there from the Sisters of Charity of Nazareth, and a bunch of volunteers from Newport Catholic. In those days, Newport had really had an in-migration of Appalachians, mostly from Breathitt County, and they were just having a terrible time acclimating to the culture of an urban community.
The schools were struggling a little bit. There were not a lot of businesses that were really family-friendly businesses. So Newport was very different. The housing was also very different in that there was a lot of substandard housing.
Within a year, the priest had left the priesthood, the nuns had left the convent, and I, by default, became in charge. I was the only person left.
By late 1968, when Bob Brewster became executive director of the center, services included emergency assistance, youth programming, and community organizing.
We purchased a building at 8th and Central called the Joker Bar. We painted and cleaned it, and we made the first floor rooms for recreation for the children, and the second floor were offices for the staff, and the third floor was the basement for the clothes closet.
Over the next 43 years, Bob Brewster moved the organization from a small community-based agency to Northern Kentucky's most comprehensive social service agency.
My favorite memory was working at the Christmas toy division with Helen Brewster, and we cleaned all the toys and got them ready for all the children to come, and they could buy a toy for a nickel or a dime for their families, their brothers and sisters, and they were so excited, and it was so much fun. We loved it.
Over the years, programs and services were added in response to the needs of individuals and families looking to create a better life.
The one thing that I really remember the most is the decision that we made to move towards self-sufficiency. That was a total change away from a dependency kind of relationship with the people we served to a focus on getting those people what they needed in order to succeed in life.
In 2011, Tammy Weidinger became president and CEO with 30 years of experience at the center already under her belt.
We have many best practices that are occurring at Brighton Center through our Financial Opportunity Center and other programs that we're doing, our youth leadership development. How do we take those to scale? How do we do those same programs in other communities so that all of the communities we touch will benefit from our comprehensive services?
The accomplishments of the last 50 years are a testament to years of collaboration, a strong board of directors, highly qualified staff, the tireless work of volunteers, the generosity of donors, and the determination of our customers.
Volunteers are such an integral part of what Brighton Center does and the work that we do throughout the entire agency. Many of our programs, specifically the Family Center, could not do the work that we do to serve the families if we did not have volunteers dedicated to our mission and our core values.
And Brighton Center provides a number of services that these people would not ordinarily have access to if it wasn't for the center.
When I think about the impact that Brighton Center's made over the last 50 years, I really think about all of the individuals who have benefited from our programs. When I go to the graduations, when I see the children leaving Bright Days and going on to kindergarten prepared, when I see the families graduating from our Center for Employment Training, they're going on to a job and a life that will be very different than when they started CET. When I see the young women at the Brighton Recovery Center whose families are waiting for them as they begin their life of recovery, Those faces, those families together, those moments where their life has really changed and transformed, that's the special moment for me.
Our legacy is not only in our roots and our ability to evolve with changing times, but also in those who come to Brighton Center to create a better future. Hope changes everything.